Greetings and welcome to another Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team video review. Today I'm going over the Gellerpox Infected, which are found within the Kill Team 2022 annual. Before we get into things, thanks goes to Games Workshop providing these rules to review for free. As always, I am to be honest, impartial and constructively critical. But yeah, please remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Let me know what you thought of the video and the Kill Team as a whole. And if you want, I've got a Discord you can check out in the episode description below. Also a Patreon if you want to give me some more support. But yep, reviewing, in the Kill Team manual, the Gellerpox Infected. For the narrative, the Gellerpox Infected are normal crewmen in an Imperial starship that have been infected by the Gellerpox, which is a space-borne virus created by Chaos, and namely Nurgle. Usually when the warp fields, the Geller fields, flicker and slightly warp. They don't fully go down, but they go down enough to infect some of the crew, which then spreads around and produces all these demonic techno-organic monstrosities that end up revolting and taking over the ship if they're not wiped out. This kill team, they have the archetype of security and seek and destroy. Feels like security is a misprint here. They really don't feel like a team that should have security, but they have it. So operatives, you have Vulgar Thrice Cursed, a Bloat Spawn, a Flesh Screamer, a Lumberghast, one Gellerpox mutant with a frag grenade and heavy axe. Then you have 2 Gellerpox mutants with frag grenades and improvised weapons and mutated limbs, and then 4 glitchlings, and your leader can only be selected once, but you can only select what's there. So for your Tac Ops, sorry, I just can't get over that they have security. For the Tac Ops, you have Rampant Nightmare. So reveal this in any turning point. Start a Rampant tally for your kill team, adding 1 each time a Nightmare Hope, which is your first 4 operatives. Kill someone does damage while in engagement range. If your Rampant tally is 30 or more, you add 1 VP. If you do 50 or more, it's 2 VP. It's actually pretty easy to get 30 wounds done via damage, but I think getting 50 I need to test. But it's an interesting kill team that just need to see how it does in practice. So I'm kind of mixed on this Tac Op. Then you've got Pestilent Hosts. Reveal this the first time an enemy operative is incapacitated. Each time an enemy operative is incapacitated before it's removed, place one of your host tokens under that operative close as possible to the center of its base. Until the end of each turning point, add each Pestilent Host token that friendly operative controls to your pool. If the total number of Pestilent Host tokens from your pool is equal more than a third of the number of enemy operatives, you get a 1 victory point. And if it's equal to or more than a third of the number of enemy operatives selected for deployment, you score 1 VP. So effectively, you can't pick them up, but you just kill someone, control it, and the more you kill, the more you score. I think it's better against elite teams, once again, but not so good against hordes. Then you've got Tech Infection. Reveal this when a friendly operative performs a Tech Infection action. So Tech Infection for 1 AP. Perform this action on an objective marker it controls that has not been Tech Infected. If it does so, it becomes Tech Infected. If you've Tech Infected 3 or more, you score 1 VP. If you've done 4 or more, you get another 1 VP. This is actually pretty good. It only sucks on Into the Dark because some of the missions only have 3 objectives or 4. But otherwise, in general kill team, really, really good. So I really like Tech Infection, and then Rampant Nightmare. For your abilities, you have the Techno Curse. So while an enemy operative is within blue of friendly operatives or red of friendly glitchlings, subtract 1 from their attacks of ranged weapons. So this is crazy on Into the Dark if people are trying to point blank overwatch you, but still really good. Then Revolting Resilient. Every time you lose a wound on a 5-up, it's not. I don't like this because you have so many wounds, it's too good. I would have preferred just -1 damage instead on normal attacks. But it's still really good. It's just very all over the place. Then you have Strategic Ploys, Blessing of the Pox. Until the end of the turning point, each time a shooting attack is made against a friendly operative, at the end of the roll defense dice step, if the total result of your discarded failed dice is 7 or more, you can retain 1 failed as a successful normal save. So it's basically Nurgle's number. Blessings of Infection. Until the end of the turning point, each time a friendly operative fights in combat, if the end of your attack dice step, if the total results discarded failed is 3 or more, then you can retain 1 of your failed hits as a successful hit instead. So if you miss with 3 attacks, 1 of them turns to a hit. Not bad. Then you've got Drawn to the Hum. Select one objective marker. Each friendly operative within red of it can immediately perform a free dash action, but must finish its move closer to it. It costs 1 additional command point for each previous time you have used it during the battle. So e.g. it calls 1 CP the first time you use it, then 2 the next, then 3 the next. Then you've got Rust Emanations. Use this at the end of the turning point while a friendly operative is within engagement range of friendly Gellerpox infected operatives, excluding your mutoid vermins. They are treated as being injured, regardless of rules that say they cannot be injured. Only subtract white from their movement characteristic as a result of being injured if they are activated within engagement range of your friendly operative. So it's actually worse for them to charge you while you've got Rust Emanations active. It's actually better for them to activate it after you've charged. So, better for the enemy if you activate it after they've charged and they start with an engagement range. It's still really good. Like, this kill team very heavily messes up melee teams. Then you've got Tactical Ploys. Pollute Stockpile, which is probably my favorite Tac Op in the game. Use this at the start of the select equipment step. Select one equipment item from your opponent's faction army list, then select one of the following effects. Your opponent must spend 1 additional equipment point each time they select that item, or your opponent can only select one of that item once. So this messes up tons of kill teams. Pathfinders, they can only select one high intensity marker. Like Imperial Navy Breachers, they can only select Stim once. And because it's still before the game begins, I believe. Yeah, before the game begins, you can spend this again for another CP, but generally you're spending it once, and it messes up kill teams who rely on spamming certain equipment. So I really love this, really good. Then you've got Barge. Use this when a friendly Nightmare Hulk is activated. Until the end of that activation, the operative can move around across and over operatives and their bases as if they were not there, and can perform charge or normal move actions while within engagement range, where it must finish its move where it can as per normal rules, so you can't finish on top of bases. You've got Putrescent Demise, so when a friendly operative other than your vermin is incapacitated, inflict 1 mortal wound or D3 if they're a Nightmare Hulk on each operative within white that's visible. So nice way to rack up more damage, and it would stack with Faction Tac Op 1 for your Nightmare Hulks. Then you've got Frightening Onslaught. Use this tactical ploy after a friendly Nightmare Hulk performs a fight action. If the operative is still within engagement range of an enemy operative, you can immediately fight in combat with it again. It doesn't cost any action points, and you do not have to select the same target. So it allows you to fight twice. Really, really, really good. Very good. For your leader, you have Vulgar Thrice Cursed. He has 19 wounds, 5 up save, 3 wounds, movement 3 white, sorry. His Pyre Gut is range 6 attacks, range hits on 2s 3/3 with range 6 and Torrent. Really good flamer. Then you've got Flesh Meld weapons, which are 5 dice hit on 3s, 4/5 with Engineered. He has Revoltingly Resilient and Techno Curse. He's a Fright Cursed Hulk, so light terrain and operatives with a wound castic of 15 or less do not provide cover for him. Lead the Infection. In the Generate Command Point step of each strategy phase, if this operative is within white of an objective marker it has not tainted, it taints that objective marker and you gain 1 command point. So amazing, amazing. Then Engineered. When this operative is selected for deployment, you can select up to 2 rules for the weapon to gain. Add 1 to your normal damage, add 1 to your crit damage, balanced, brutal, lethal 5-up, or rending. So I'm a fan of either lethal 5-up and rending, or like balanced and lethal, or +1 damage and +1 crit damage, or like +1 damage and then like lethal 5-up or balanced. You've got it would very much come up to who you're playing against, but really good selection here. And just very powerful. Then you've got your Bloat Spawn, who has 18 wounds. Mutant Tentacles are 6 dice, hitting on 4s, 3/4 with range white, range blue and Fusillade. Then he has Claws and Tentacles. So the first profile, you have to select one to use. 6 dice, hitting on 4s, 3/4, or 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, 3/4 with Swipe. Same rules as before. So, you know, and then you've got Tentacled Grasp. Each time this enemy operative will fall back action, you roll a d6, adding 1 if the operative has a wounds castic of 8 or less. On a 4 or more, the operative cannot perform a fallback action, but their action points are not refunded. Then you have Swipe. Each time after this operative fights in combat with this profile, if it not been incapacitated, you can fight in combat with this weapon profile against another enemy operative within engagement range if it has not fought during that action. Note this means that this enemy operative within engagement range can only be fought once per activation. So you can't attack the same guy twice, but you could charge a bunch of people and basically swipe them all. Although I probably really wouldn't do that with its damage profile. Then you've got the Flesh Screamer. He has a bash and he only has melee weapons, so bash and slash is 5 dice, hitting on 4s 5-6, or loppy blow, which is 1 dice, hitting on 3s 8-9 damage with lethal 5-up. So he has horrifying shriek. Each time this enemy operative would perform a mission action or the pickup action, while within blue of this operative, 1 additional action point must be subtracted for that enemy operative to perform that action. When determining control of the action markers within white of, treat enemy operatives total APL as being 1 less. So he basically makes it harder for people to do mission actions and pick up actions. And yeah, as he's a Nightmare Hulk, each time this operative will perform a mission action or pickup action, you must subtract 1 additional AP to do so. So your leader, it doesn't have the Nightmare Hulk Nightmare Hulk rule, but he has the Nightmare Hulk keyword. It's just Bloat Spawn, Flesh Screamer do. Then you have Lumberghast. His Mutant Claw is 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, 6-7 with Brutal. And he has Spike Charge. Perform a free charge action with this operative. When you finish that charge action, each enemy operative with engagement range suffers D3 mortal wounds. Roll separately for each. Really, really cool. Helps with your damage tally. Just charge in and hope for the best. Then you've got your Gellerpox Mutant. 7 wounds with a 5-up save, GA2 with movement 2 white. So the frag grenades are frag grenades. You've got a heavy axe, which is 3 dice hitting on 4s, 4-5 with brutal. Then your improvised weapons, which are 4 dice hitting on 4s, 2-3 with relentless. So actually pretty weak. The important thing is the Gellerpox Mask. Each time this operative fights in combat or a shooting attack is made against it, each time an attack would inflict critical damage, you can choose it to inflict normal damage instead. So with the 5-up, shrug, it's pretty good. Not bad. Then you've got your Glitchlings, which are 3 wounds with a 5-up save and 3 white movement. The Diseased Effluence is 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, 1-2 damage with range 6, or range red. And Diseased Nippers, which are 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, 1-2. This operative has a 5-up invulnerable save and is small, so it can not be equipped with equipment, but has Super Conceal. So, Super Concealed. The cool thing about the Glitchlings is they're really good at doing mission actions, because they can still do them normally. So actually get these guys running about doing all your mission actions. Then you come to the equipment. So for your equipment, you don't actually get equipment. You know those little beasties? You actually get those as your equipment. So the cool thing is you've got the Curse Mite, which is free. So the first time you buy each one, they're free equipment points. But the next time you buy them, there's 2. So you can either get the Curse Mite, Ice Stinger, or Sludge Grub. And what I like to do, because you have 14 operatives, but you have 3 who are GA2, what I like to do is buy 1 of each, because the Curse Mite, Ice Stinger, and Sludge Scrub will just be free individual activations which you use to waste activations. Then you've got so you can basically either take 2 of each or 1. So you can basically take 2 of these equipments, or you can take 1 of each. I like taking 1 of each, but if you don't care about activations, taking 2 of each is a nice option as well. Then you've got Mutoid Vermin rule. This operative can only perform universal actions excluding mission actions, and can perform the fallback action for 1 action point less to a minimum of 1. It cannot perform mission actions and any other actions. All other operatives can perform the fallback action for 1 AP less against this, if they are only within engagement range of Mutoid Vermins. This operative cannot control objective markers or tokens and cannot score your opponent victory points. It is ignored for those purposes. And this operative cannot be equipped with equipment. It is not added to your roster or data slate, therefore in narrative play it cannot earn or lose experience points. So effectively, they don't really offer anything, they're just annoying nuisances. But what you use them to is waste activations. Like you always activate these guys first and go, yeah, come on, switch to engage. Come and charge my little flies and stuff. It's really good, I like this. So you have the Curse Mite for your equipment. So it's movement 3 white, GA2, 5-up save, 2 wounds, Blood-Sucking Proboscis, which is 2 attacks, 4s, 2-3 with Feast and Rending, and you can either give it +1 attack or lethal 5-up. The only thing is, the moment this charges, it dies. You're just hoping it does some damage, so you probably go lethal 5-up, but it's funny. Then you've got the Ice Stinger Swarm, who has 3 whites, Sorry, the Curse Might also has fly. Then the Ice Stinger Swarm, which has fly, is 3 white, 2 wounds. Ice Stinger Swarm is 5 attacks, hitting on 6, no damage, range red with no cover and stun. And its sting is 5 attacks, hitting on 5s, 1, 2 damage with stun. So you basically fly around stunning stuff. Then you got the Sludge Grub, which is movement 2 white. It has the Acid Spit, which is 4 dice, hitting on 4s, 2, 2 damage, range red, AP 1 with splash 1. And then a Fanged Maw, which is 2 dice, hitting on 4s, 1 free damage. And then Caustic Demise. If this operative is incapacitated, roll 1d6 for each enemy operative visible and within white. On a 4-up, they suffer 1 mortal wound. So I really like the Sludge Grubs just for being annoying. They move up and like spit someone. And then if they kill you in combat, then they just potentially take a mortal wound. Really nice annoyances. Really like this. And then obviously you get all your narrative rules to use for this kill team as well. So overall, this kill team is really, really good. In normal games, I think they're pretty balanced because remember your 4 Nightmare Hulks, they don't get cover unless it's heavy. So they're quite board dependent. And then you've got some really interesting tricks with the rest of your kill team. Remember your 3 normal guys are actually quite slow, whereas everything else is oddly fast. The biggest problem, well not problem, this kill team's crazy on Into the Dark because normally they'll go like, oh, you know, I'm going to get shot. This board has quite a lot of light cover. I'm not going to get any terrain. Everything's heavy. You're not going to get shots on these guys. And their main weakness is being shot. They are very anti-melee while being decent at melee themselves. I'm tempted to say they're probably the best melee kill team. Best kill team for Into the Dark. I need to play it more, but oh my gosh, this kill team is so good. Why did they get security? Bizarre. Very, very crazy they got security. If they didn't have security, I think they'd be pretty balanced, but I think they're okay. Like, they're still really strong in normal kill team, but Into the Dark, it's so good. But for pros and cons, they're a really nice and thematic kill team, once again, representing what we had in Rogue Trader. They really represent what a Gellerpox force would be like in kill team. They're super resilient and very anti-melee. They have a lot of cool tricks that are very unique to the kill team and offer lots of smart ways to play. And they are amazing on boards like Into the Dark, where they don't get their weaknesses. And their main cons are they don't benefit from light cover. Your main guys, your 4 big guys are basically doing all the work while the rest of your team runs as an annoyance. So they're kind of like a control-y kill team. And I can't think of any other cons. You don't have much good shooting. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So would I recommend getting this kill team? Of course, 100% yes. We're all waiting for when the Gellerpox come on sale. Not really keen for playing £180 with them. Could convert them. They'd actually be quite easy to convert. Well, kit bash. And yeah, if you want to buy them, you can find their rules in the Kill Team Annual, which you can purchase via my affiliate link in the episode description below, Element Games, which will net you a 20% discount at no additional cost to yourself while helping to support me and the channel. So please remember to like and subscribe as comment. Do you agree with me, disagree? What do you think of the Gellerpox Infected? And yeah, I'd just love to hear your thoughts. Remember, I've got a Discord you can check out in the episode description below for free if you want, as well as a Patreon if you want to give me some more support. And I'm just going to quickly thank my patrons. So for my adepts of the crit, I have Samaru, Sam, Tarun, Kenzie, John Thomas, Dave, Average Joe 27, and Adzik. And then for my veterans of the crit, I have Sam, and Confucius. So thank you so much for all your support. It really means a lot to me and helps so much. But yeah, this is the 7th video, I think. I've lost track. It's quite late. I've recorded in a single day, editing all before I'm at Nova. If you're at Nova, say hi, please. I mean, not now. It's like 5 or 6 a.m. depending on when you're watching this. Send energy so I can win Nova. Yeah. I'm so tired. This kill team is really fun. I should have it shown soon on the channel. Really hoping Games Workshop releases it. I think they're going to be my main kill team for Into the Dark, just because they're so simple, yet so good. It's just great. I wouldn't be surprised to see everyone running them pretty much Into the Dark, and you just have Gellerpox, Mosh Pit, Melees, Mirrors. Be great. But yeah, until next time, if you're lost in the darkness of a Space Hulk or spaceship being chased by the Gellerpox Infected and their techno curses, remember, all is not lost as long as you can roll a crit.